Hello everyone! I found this really great site that I wanted to show you all before we use it in class because we're going to use it a ton because I think that it has a lot of great stuff that you're going to want to look into, and it's called Epic. And so here I'm going to show you how you're going to log on once we get your student accounts all set up. And I already have my class account and everything ready to go, so I'm going to click on mine. And here, when all of you are set up, I have two students right now, and you're all going to be listed here. So when you go to log into yours, you're going to find your name. And so I'm going to use this one called Guest Student. And you'll see lots and lots of stuff. And what's so great about this site is that we all love books. But I can't go and buy every single book that everyone wants to read. I have lots of books, but not this many. And so this site is filled, as you can see, with tons of books on all different kinds of stories. Some of them let you read the book by yourself. Others, someone reads it to you. And another option is videos and audiobooks. So there's lots of different options that we're going to use. And we're going to be using this site a lot during our unit on community in our classroom. And I just wanted to read a story to you all that we're going to be talking about called The Boy and the Giant. So let's find this book. And this is by David Litchfield. And it says there is a secret giant in Gableview who has hands the size of tabletops. Billy thinks the giant is just the tale his granddad likes to tell. So we're going to read this book, and then later on today we're going to talk more about what the book is about and what it's telling us. The townspeople of Fairway Gableview were friendly and bright. They painted the wall surrounding their town with a mural welcoming visitors from near and far. But little Billy was in a pickle. "Granddad," he said, "how will we finish the mural? No one can reach the top of the wall." "Don't worry," said Granddad. "I know just the fellow who can help." "He has legs as long as drain pipes," Granddad continued, "hands the size of tabletops, and feet as big as rowboats." "The secret giant," Billy sighed. "I've heard 1,000 stories about him, Granddad, from you and everyone else in Gableview, but those aren't real. They just are legends." "How can you forget all the times the giant helped us out?" Granddad asked. "When we went camping last summer, it was the giant who kept the bears away. And when the town's clock stopped chiming, it was the giant who fixed it. And when our fishing boat got caught in the storm, it was the giant who pulled us safely to shore." And that's not all the giant's done. He also stopped a big oak from falling in the wind, helped cars cross the bridge when part of it fell down, caught your favorite kite before it blew away. The giant did all these things for the people of Gableview, quietly and without making a fuss. "But that's impossible, Granddad," Billy said. "I didn't see a giant any of those times. I didn't see any legs as long as drain pipes, or hands the size of tabletops, or feet as big as rowboats." "Maybe you weren't looking hard enough," Granddad replied, "or maybe the giant didn't want you to see him." "But that's silly, Granddad," Billy argued. "If this giant is so great, why would he hide?" "Because people are scared of things that are different, and sometimes they're not so nice." "Try getting up and going to the mural tomorrow at dawn," Granddad suggested. "If you keep an open mind, I think you'll be surprised by what you find." Billy went to sleep forgetting all about Granddad's silly stories. He dreamed of fishing and camping and flying kites, but no giant. Billy woke up at dawn to the sound of Murphy's barking. When Billy took him out for a walk, Murphy led them down the main road to the town mural. "Don't be silly, boy," said Billy as they turned the corner. "There's no such thing as a Gi gi giant! He was real, with legs as long as drain pipes, and hands the size of tabletops, and feet as big as rowboats, and he was terrifying. Billy ran away as fast as he could, but then he remembered what Granddad had said about people being scared of things that are different. Billy turned back, but the giant had gone. Billy went home and told Granddad what had happened. "I shouldn't have run away," Billy said sadly. You were right, Granddad. The giant stays hidden away because people are afraid of him. He doesn't feel welcome in Gableview, and now I've just made it worse." "Well, I'm sure you can think of a way to make the giant feel better," said Granddad. "What makes you feel better when you're upset?" Billy had a great idea. They got to work. They climbed up high on a scaffold and worked hard all day to make the giant present he would never forget. Then there was nothing to do but wait, and wait some more. They waited all afternoon until the sun began to set. "What if the giant doesn't come back?" Billy said. "Maybe I've hurt his feelings so badly that he doesn't want to live in Gableview at all anymore." But then they saw legs as long as drain pipes, hands the size of tabletops, and feet as large as rowboats. It was the giant! The giant saw his present for the first time since coming to Gableview. The giant smiled. What Billy realized is that the giant wasn't just a giant. He was also a person to be welcomed, just like the other visitors to Gableview from near and far. And he wanted what everyone wanted when they were upset: a friend. Now, wasn't that a beautiful story? Later, we're going to talk about what we want when we're sad. Do we need friends? Do we want someone just to accept us for who we are? Because are we all the same? So later we're going to talk about this some more, and we're going to discuss what would we have done for the giant?